All right, everybody, welcome back to our CGDQ 10th anniversary broadcast, where we have the finale of the Mega Man 1 through 3 trio by Coolkid, and now he's going to be doing Mega Man 3, or Rockman 3, as you see on screen. So, Coolkid, it's all yours.
All right, thank you. So, well, I'd say... Well, okay, so first off, I'm playing the Japanese version. Again, I've been playing the Japanese version for all the, 3 games. That's sort of just something that's sort of evolved over the years. The Japanese version is slightly faster for this. There are some very minor gameplay differences, but in speedrunning, everything counts, every frame, everything. So playing the Japanese version yet again. But so I'd say if you could give me another countdown, I'd say I'm good to go. I'm ready.
Cool. All right, let's do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, Mega Man 3. Okay. Now I absolutely love this speedrun, and I've been speedrunning this game on and off for. It's actually one of the games that I've been playing this game for nearly as long as Mega Man 1. But this is a tough one. I'd say this to me is harder run than Mega Man 1. Like, the movement, I mean, the game adding the slide, just I don't know. It makes it a much harder speedrun than, let's say, the first Mega Man game or the first two where you just walk. Something that you might have noticed already is that the game can get pretty laggy. Oh, nice 1-up. I'll take that. It's a bit laggier than the first 2 games, but nothing too bad. Now, the interesting thing about the run that I'm doing today and the run First Man did back then is that I'm using the same route as he is doing. Topman first. This game is a very interesting Mega Man game in terms of routing. There are a couple of routes that are all very, very viable routes. Now, so back then, I believe Tiki had the record of low 37. I don't remember exactly what his time was, but it's a low 37. Topman first. Anyway, take down Topman. Oh, I missed a shot somewhere. Well, got him down. Now, so people are running Topman first back then, but then I don't remember exactly when runners started going for Gemini first, and then eventually Magnet Man first. Actually, don't quite remember, unfortunately, but I remember running. I was doing Topman first back then, and then I picked up Gemini first. I never got into doing Magnet Man first. But Magnet Man first is slightly faster than Gemini first, but Topman first is, as of today, the fast route for real time. Now, you're gonna see a lot less. There's a lot less glitches in this game. Zips, big skips. It's primarily platforming and mashing. Mashing on those Breakman fights. Good. Yeah, it's gonna focus up a little. This is a very scary room. It's quite likely that I'll take a death here. I didn't commit.
Aw, come on, Coolkid.
I didn't commit, but fortunately, this is a very quick checkpoint, and I got a 1-up in the first level. Hey, right back at it. Okay, let's give it another try. Nah, he's so far away. I'm scared. Tell you that, I'll admit. I made it. I actually did. First Man also died there in his run in 2010, so just like the Bubbleman zip I did in Mega Man 2, I was kind of just honoring,
Okay. Makes sense.
right? All right, cool. Yeah, I think that this is a really tough run. You'd hear some Mega Man 3 runners say, "Oh, this runs, I don't know. They call it. They say that this game's easy." I disagree. I have a harder time with this than 1 and 2. And also my thumbs are also having a harder time. This is a very intense game on your hands, your fingers. So the sliding and also the mashing. Gemini Man stage is a really cool stage. Probably my favorite stage in the game. Also one of the hardest stages in the game. Oh, great. I meant to... You can skip this cutscene. Now that's quite unfortunate because if I would have been able to skip that cutscene, well, that's a bonus for all cutscene. It's not every day you get to watch the cutscene, but it would have essentially turned off the music, and the game I would have had less lag throughout the rest of the stage. It's not that significant. Actually, I am noticing the extra lag. Oh, you get to actually see the penguins now. No glitch sprite. The unfortunate thing about missing that is that this screen is... I honestly no idea how to play this screen. I'm gonna forego sliding for the most part. This is very laggy now. Okay, I'm kind of low in health. Oh dear, this is laggy. Okay.
This is fine.
Made it, and I'm just gonna E-tank up immediately. Alright. These first few stages they're quite tough, and also, I mean, especially missing the cutscene skip really made that screen a lot harder. Well, I made it. It's fine, like you said. Okay. Gemini, it's a cool fight if I get it done right. Not quite, but it's pretty cool. Fast way to defeating this is in phase 1 is just alternating the shots between the twins, because whenever you hit one twin, it resets the iframes of the other. Cool. All right. So the first 3 stages in this route, I should say, are all really difficult. So when you're doing attempts of this game, you're very likely to be, at least me personally, stuck in the first 3 levels, playing the first 3 levels over and over again. And then once you get to Needleman, this is a chill stage, one of the easier stages to run, and also I think one of the most underrated songs of this game. It's a really good track. And I think I'm of the opinion that I think I prefer the soundtrack of this game over 2. I'm not quite sure how to rank all the NES Mega Man soundtracks. 3's got such a nice soundtrack. So Gemini Laser is a very laggy weapon, and you can only have shoot one shot at a time. Let's see, how was my health gonna be like here? That should be fine. Needleman does a lot of damage, but I should be alright. I hope I'll be okay. Let's see. He dies in 4 hits, so it's a pretty easy fight. Pretty easy, but... okay. No problem there. So I'm still actually, again, I'm using the same route as Resin. I thought that was cool. There's one... I'll be making one deviation. One slight difference, but none none that makes any difference in that stages. But yeah, you definitely want to. Again, you can only have one Gemini laser out on screen at the time. You definitely want to miss the laser against Needle Man. Like the snake. One of the cooler stages in the run, I think. Hey, another 1-up.
It's like we're playing Mega Man 5.
Yeah. What's going on? A bit tempting. Let's see here. Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, so you can use the regular standard strat is to use Rush Jet and just fly over the big snake head, but possible to, it's about a second faster to just not use the Rush Jet, but merely force your way through the, the wall. I'm not quite sure why it works, but yeah, it's just. So you go up against the wall and then you slide. Through. Quite, but okay, made it. I don't think they were doing those back then. I would actually remember, so Tiki, you know, long-time Mega Man speedrunner legend. I mean, both Mega Man Classic and Mega Man X. He used to have the record for this game. I mean, he was one of the original runners. Actually, I'd say I think both, you know, Freshman Man and Tiki, two of the originals of, you know, classic Mega Man, especially these sliding Mega Man games. But I just remember like 2011 or so being, I mean, I was, I remember being annoying to him, kind of telling him that he should go for snake sips. I mean, because back then they're just for style, and I remember being that guy. You should go for the snake sips, Tiki.
Can't believe it.
I was that guy in the chat. Here we are now, 2019, and the snake sips are the actual fastest strat. Alright, Snake Man down. No, I can play Sparkman whatever. I can play Sparkman whatever after Shadow Man, I believe. But his weapon gets in the way in the menu, so I save him for last. It's also, this stage is also quite easy. So when doing attempts, do them last. Alright, a Breakman fight. One thing I really remember, or the thing that stood out with me with Tiki's runs, is that his mashing, which is so good. Like, I was not able to, like, I cannot understand how I was able to mash that well. And I remember that being a pretty, well, I got the dunk. Pretty common thing that people, I mean, at least, oh, there's Rush Jet. At least people on YouTube would commentate on, how do you mash that? And I think he ended up making a video showing his mashing technique eventually. I had to, but that's really what stood out. Cool. But yeah, you know, I need to go to Shadow Blade. Alright. Benefit of doing this route, well, having Rush Jet in Magnet Man stage saves a lot of time. And having Shadow Blade, you know, for the boss fight it's very nice too. It's a very random boss fight. Essentially enable the not enable, but the opposite of enable. The luck factor from this fight by having Shadow Blade. I did get the slowed pattern, but it doesn't really matter. It's about a second, I believe. Slower than the fastest. Okay. Hardman time. Infamous enemy on this first screen. Oh! Oh no, don't.
Not the bees!
I got, but okay. It's fine. Fine. This section's a little tricky, so whenever you have rush coil, any rush, you can only have 2 buster shots out on screen compared to usual 3. Hold on, let me try this. Oh, never mind. It's a cool strat you can do here, but I deployed rush at the wrong time. I'm kind of low on health, actually. It should be fine. Oh, wow, I did not expect to hit that shot. That's really hard. Okay. They never hit in practice. Now I'm really low on health. I definitely gotta pick up... There's fortunately... Oh, there's another one. There's unfortunately big health I can get. Health pickup for Hardman. I don't remember how much health I need. Well, first I gotta take down this guy. Break running.
I think if you don't get hit and you get the drop, you should be okay.
That looks like that's fine. I gotta admit, I'm a bit out of practice in this game. Like I don't remember again how much health I need. Hard man, but this looks. That was enough. Okay. Yeah, I had not been. So I got my PB last year, and I haven't been playing this game much since then. But well, ever since I got invited and got the opportunity to play, well, these Mega Man runs. Basically, I started practicing Mega Man 3 again. You know, I had to get good for this, and I just sort of realized how much fun this run is. So it's pretty likely that I'll play this again, trying to improve my PB, just because of this event. That was pretty cool. I was just playing it, practicing stages. So this run is really, it's a really good speed run. A lot of fun. I shot too late. Okay, we're good. Can I type the magnet missile ammo in this level? Well, I suppose so. But no biggie. Hey, I got my ammo back, okay. That's 6 ammo, I believe, 3 shots. I'm gonna take out some of these trash blocks. Reduces lag. Very laggy section. Possible to slide on those upward moving blocks, but it's a really risky strategy, especially with that lag. It's really hard. It's really hard to manage those slides.
Yeah, I think one of the trickier parts of this game is because the lag is so variable. It introduces that kind of like variable element of like when to slide, how much you have to like slide before you jump. So it can be really tricky.
Right, especially like you mentioned, the lag, and also the fact that there's a quirk in this game with the slide. That you cannot jump for the first 8 frames of your slide. So for those like short, single tile blocks, platforms, it's very easy to start sliding like too late, and pressing jump too early so that you won't actually be able to jump because that 8 frame thing. And especially with the lag, it can be really hard to tell like how much you'll be sliding. They're cool little sections. Bust out the magnet missile, really good weapon. I'm gonna try to pick out these enemies before fire their flame. Cool. So we're into the Dark Robo stages, and Dark Gemini is it's also one of the harder levels in the game, but it's such a fun level. coming up is one of the minor differences that I was talking about at the start of the run, comparing the Japanese to the North American version. This boss fight is... He's supposed to shoot a barrage of bullets. Well, he does that in the North American version, but on this... He fires a single bullet instead. Watch out, don't get it. Play that. I'm sure this strat is very dated, but here we go. A lot of lag. What's funny about this game is that Rush Jet is so good that you don't... Once you have a Rush Jet, you really don't have a reason to use Rush Mode. I don't know, at least not that I know. Yeah, you can just Rush Jet through these screens, don't have to use Marine. Okay, cool, made it. Dark Bubble. These boss fights are... That's pretty... These are the boss's weakness. Pretty easy. Buster only, on the other hand, are these dark robots are really hard to fight Buster. I'll go next. Let's go Shadow Man. Now, I failed to skip a cutscene in Gemini, which would have turned off the music, but here I'm gonna attempt a similar thing. Oh, come on. I'm pretty sure that should have worked, but sometimes... I don't remember what how likely it is to fail it, but sometimes due to sub-pixels or whatnot, you don't... The setup doesn't work. So what I wanted to happen is that I wanted to essentially... Oh, take attention. Hit the spikes and the screen transition at the same time, and what that would have done is that it would have played a death sound, you know, like I would have died, but the game wouldn't actually have killed me, but it would have actually turned off the music by doing that and saved me a couple of seconds on lag. Again, a bit of lag here. But yeah, music's good in Mega Man 3, so it's fine. Dark Wood. Hardest Buster only fight in the game. Pretty easy with his weakness. The main difference here is that you have to wait for him to throw the leaf shield before you can hit him. There's no way to hit him through the leaf shield. Oh, see, drops are very scary in this game, more so than Mega Man 1 and 2. Like a drop, a lucky timing on a weapon or a health drop can totally mess up your inputs, and you end up letting go of the jump button too early and die. So that's that part right there. Since you're hit him. You're both low on ammo and health. It's pretty likely to take a death due to a drop that made it. So that was the second dog stage down. It doesn't matter which order you do these stages in. So the sort of natural order ends up being you play the start off with the most difficult and end up playing the easiest level. Yeah, you end up using this. Oh, another one-up drop. It really is like I'm playing Mega Man 5. But yeah, you end up using the sub-weapons a lot more in this game. I mean, in the actual stages compared to Mega Man 1 and 2, where you end up using your items. Ammo drop, interesting. Now, nice, got the frame perfect menu. The game, whatever. Just know that I just saved some frames. Oh. I'm gonna toss away on the boss fight. Yeah, the game is still running when you exit the menu. During the Mega Man sort of his like teleportation animation does come out in menu. So if I'm able to pause in the boss door right there and change weapons just as the boss fight starts. Actually changing weapons while the game's running is pretty cool. But I mean, whatever. It's a couple of frames saved. Oh, look at that right there. That item drop almost got me. The Baron item drop. Alright, Quick Man. I think Dog Quick is one of the more like infamous enemies. Really fast and does a lot of damage. Well, the boomerangs only do 2 damage, but I believe you take 8 damage if you touch him body contact.
Yep, 8 damage.
8 damage, yeah. Oof. Pretty tough buster only as well. Dog Needle. Final Dog Stay. We're taking a lot of damage. You know what? I don't think I've ever picked up that item before.
I forgot that was a thing.
Oh, good thing it is a thing. So this Dock Air. Gotta be honest, I don't quite remember how to do this fight. There are different patterns. Not quite. You want to try to get him in 2 cycles, but he's fun. That's not the right weapon. I want Rush Jet. I'm so lost in these menus, man. They made the menus harder, Mega Man 3. Okay, so I'm using Rush Jet here. Whenever you're in... The game doesn't actually... does not drain your energy whenever you're not on Rush Jet, so... By jumping, I'm able to maintain my energy, and I also try to despawn these... Oh, I try to despawn the dragonflies, because they cause lag. I try to despawn, but jumping at the right time. Gotta be kind of careful here, because if I jump into one of the big met heads... Oh, there we go. Never mind. We're good. But I take a lot of damage. Skip that, should be fine. Hey, at least I'm getting those those frame perfect menus. Alright, Dog Clash. Hit him 4 times with the hard knuckle. There we go. And that's it for the Dark Robot. It's Wily stages. Oh no, wait. Almost forgot. You have to fight Breakman.
Very important.
Very important. Most important split in the run. I sort of slipped up in my vision, but okay. And then Dr. Light goes on about some... I think Dr. Wily stole Gamma, like a big robot thing, and now you gotta chase after Wily. Now the Wily stages, I think most runners agree that this is sort of the easy portion of the run. Aside from the refights, getting really good refights is difficult, but like Wily 1, Wily 2, Wily 3, I mean compared to what the stage that it just played, Dark Robot stages, these are pretty simple. Oh, I failed to... Well, yeah, one thing I didn't even mention is the damage boost. They changed the way damage boosting work in this game. And, well, in Mega Man 3, I mean, they may... Well, this is how... With 3... Oh, I cannot form a sentence, but anyway. In 3, I'm supposed to shoot that guy soon. Anyways, you get knocked the opposite direction of where you're facing in this game. But in Mega Man 1 and 2, you don't. It's based off... I'm not quite sure what it's based off, to be honest, but in this game, if I'm facing to the... face to the left, I get knocked to the right and get hit. You sort of abuse that a lot. Alright, turtles time. Oop. Can I hit? There we go. Invasive turtle, and then the lag doesn't help.
It's hard. Alright.
It's a bit easier to use topspin here. It's actually what people used to do, I believe. But it's slightly slower to menu on topspin because it's on the it's on the other page. Your weapons menu, you have 2 pages. Menu to Shadow Blade, slightly faster, but the doozy. Alright, Wily 2. This stage has got a pretty significant quick kill. The devil boss at the end alone. Slide. Right. Jet. It's a cool little trick here. If you press... I'm not supposed to jet there. Here we go. If you press start while you're sliding and you have rush out on the screen, you will remove rush. Cool. It's a cool little trick. I mean, bug, feature, whatever you would call it. Throughout the run. Alright, so here is... I get the quick kill here. I don't remember how many times I've hit him. Okay. Still easy. Cool. But I remember back in the day, again, watching the forgetting the menus. Back in the day, rush? There we go. That was something I could not do. I could not do that quick kill. I mean, I remember just being speedrun jealous over Tiki. Like Tiki's, he had really good mashing, so that boss fight, a quick kill was easy peasy for him, and I would always lose. Always not get the quick kill. Alright, 1, 3. Really easy stage. Cute little Frogger section at the end. Did I shoot too low? No, I got him. Cool. It's a cool little glitch where normally what happens if you... Well, what's supposed to happen... nothing is supposed to happen whenever you press start. Like, if you shoot a shot, nice, another 1-up, and you try to bring up the weapons menu, pause the game, you cannot. The game doesn't let you. But if you're on rush jet or rush, well, any rush really, and you shoot buster shots, you can still pause the game and change weapon. And by changing weapon, I changed to top spin. The buster shots that I shot, they got the property of the top spin weapon. So I hit the clone with two very deadly top spin buster shot. Refight time. Oh, okay. pretty straightforward. So see if I get this. Sort of, not quite, but okay. The interesting thing about this game is that a little too early. The bosses are all weak to their own weapon. You can kill a boss with their own sub weapon in 7 hits.
Yeah, Mega Man 3 is known for definitely its quirkiness when it comes to weaknesses. Oh boy.
How you do it? Calculated.
Yeah, every boss is weak to itself, and every boss usually has like some sort of soft weakness, because in the original, like in the boss order that you do, like when you're first doing the stages, you can never actually get the weakness of all 8. Like you have to do like at least 1 or 2 with like a soft weakness or buster or whatever it may be.
Right. Yeah, I ended up doing Gemini Man soft weakness Shadow Blade this run. Well, so that's definitely interesting. That's why there's so many different routes. Like that enables you to go. There's so many viable speedrun routes. Manga Man, especially Manga Man. I mean, it's not much slower than Top Man first. All right, Snake. Cool, quick kill here. Shoot out the snakes to slow down the game, which makes it makes it a lot easier to get that mash in, snake mash on Wily. So time is not quite yet. Fake Wily.
I appreciate one of the few instances in this game when we actually like lag.
Alright, here we go. Final level. It's actually a very straightforward fight. Oh, what's that? I think I got the first one. Oh, one more. Shadow Blade. Take intentional hit, jump up, switch to top spin, and that's time. So that Mega Man 3, what's that, about 36 minutes or so?
Yeah, 36:14.
Okay. Well, I could have definitely been faster, but at the same time, that was fun. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, thank you for not only doing 1 game but 3 games in a row. It's no easy feat, and we really appreciate you doing them.
Yeah, I was that's cool. I was pretty darn excited to be on and play some Mega Man, and I feel like due to sort of having to play these games again in practice, I feel like it's pretty likely that I'll start speedrunning one of these games again. Sort of haven't been speedrunning Mega Man games for over a year. So
Cool.
yeah, that's
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Coolkid. We're gonna go ahead and take a short break. We're gonna take a little Mega Man break a quick Mega Man break as we get ready for Double Dragon 2 by Sinister One. So that'll be coming up in just a few minutes. So stick around.